Okay, we're going to do a little video here. I mounted a Drift Ghost HD onto my CBR 929 2001 using GoPro hardware, and it looks like it's going to work really nice. Haven't had a chance to try it yet because it's been so dang hot here in northeast Kansas. I can't get out and ride. I'm just not going to get out and ride when it's 95 to 105 degrees without the heat index. Anyway, this is the 929. As you can see, it's a nice bike. Got a carbon fiber chain guard, Corbin seats, a little bit of decals. The remote on top of the tank is for the GoPro. That's exactly the camera I'm using to shoot this video. You see here on the side is the Drift remote mounted with Velcro. On top, the GoPro remote is mounted directly to the little carbon fiber decal. Seems like it's going to work pretty nice. Scotch steering damper. Let's see what else we got to show you here. Akrapovic slip-on exhaust, frame sliders, Vortex frame sliders, custom levers. They're adjustable, and grips. And these case covers, really nice. They're plastic case covers that are made to protect the bike when it falls over. I had a small turnover in the parking lot with this thing on the other side. The only thing it damaged was the dyno cover. Even with the frame slider sticking out that far, you'd have thought it had kept it up off the dyno cover, but it didn't. And so I found these plastic cases, and they should do the job. They look kind of nice too. And up front here, we'll get back to the Drift camera. You can see here the mount that I used was GoPro stuff. Drilled a little hole in the windshield, put a rubber grommet, and threaded the mic wire into the mic. I don't know if you can see it with the camera or not. It's this fuzzy deal here. That's the Dead Cat wind reduction, wind noise reduction, Dead Cat on there. And it's all taped to the fairing mount. Fairly nice and neat. Should work good. Keep it out of the wind behind the windshield. The parts that I used to mount the Drift with the GoPro stuff are here. There's a curved mount, the standard GoPro base mount, one short connector with the connections running parallel, one long connector. That's not a long connector, but anyway, a long connector with them running at right angles. That's not even the right one there, is it? Well, hang on a second and I'll get the right part. You can see my garage is kind of tight here with the motorcycles. Let's see what we got. Here's the part I was talking about. I laid out the wrong one. Replace this with this. And then this little guy right here is a tripod mount for the GoPro. And it slips right into the mount. And then you use a screw, and then you can mount the Drift camera to the GoPro mounting hardware. Really slick. You need two of these, or 2 bolts, or 3 bolts. This is the bolt for the center. You can see the bolt there going vertical, holding the two mounts together. This is a really neat little setup, and I'm hoping that it works well. Let's see here what else we might talk about. I think basically that's about it. Really anxious to get out and try this out, this camera setup. I'll probably wear the GoPro on my helmet at the same time that I'm shooting with the Drift Ghost HD. Main reason I got the GoPro rather, is because with the new firmware that I put on it, I realize this now, I didn't at the time, it was chaptering. And if any of y'all know much about these action cams, they chapter. They break the video down into chapters that's longer than about 15 to 20 minutes long. I thought something was wrong with the camera. So I finally got ticked off one day and bought a GoPro and put the drift away. Well, now that I had the same problem with the GoPro, did some research, found out about the chaptering, used Windows Movie Maker to splice the 2 or 3, however many pieces it slices it into together, make one long video. And I decided, well, let's get the drift out. I really like this setup on the front. It ought to be good video. And with this mic, there you can see it right here, pretty well protected, and with the dead cat we shouldn't get too bad of wind noise. And that's about it for now. Signing off.